Okay, let me just really quickly go over what we're going to do today, which is our agenda. Um, just a little recap for you. Our enduring understanding was that humans use strategies to construct meaning. And so far, we've been using reading strategies to construct meaning from our text. So, some of the reading strategies that we've already talked about, and there are more, so we'll talk about more as time goes on. But so far, we've talked about connections, predictions, and summarizing have already been covered this year. So, those are reading strategies that really should be helping you to make understanding of your book. So we'll go on down. Just to recap our goals, we're always to communicate, collaborate, to think critically, and to use creativity in our book club jobs. So in just a minute, we're going to share our book club jobs that we completed this week. And then we're going to do a little writing exercise because our last thing that you're going to do for this particular book club is just a short little writing assignment. So we're going to kind of go over some of the ways to write a really good paragraph. So give me a thumbs up if you're ready to start. Okay, perfect. I see most people are ready to go. So, Michael, if you can turn on your webcam, because then it's easier for me to see you raise your hand and that kind of thing. But okay, starting with our book club jobs. I like to start with the summarizer, which was Dakota and Tyler, because it kind of summarizes the chapters that we were responsible for reading this last week. So, Tyler, are you ready to share? Okay. Tyler, did you write it down or did you type it? Okay, he wrote his. So we'll just let him verbally share.
Okay. James and his friends were in the middle of the ocean, and sharks started to come. When the sharks were there, James and his friends were so scared they thought the beach was sinking. They used the worm for bait so they can catch a lot of seagulls. They caught enough so the beach would fly. They saw a ship with three funnels and yelled for help, but they didn't hear him. It was night. They were on top of the beach and saw Cloudman. The centipede started calling the names, and the Cloudmen started throwing hailstone at them. They went inside the beach, and shortly after the Cloudmen were out of sight, and a bit after they dumped, I mean, bumped into more Cloudmen. They were all scared from the first ones they bumped into.
Okay. So Tyler summarized that whole section on when they were out in the middle of the ocean and they needed to figure out a way to get lifted out of the water because there were sharks. And then once they did get lifted out of the water by the seagulls, um, who was it? And we'll just kind of review this. Who was it that upset the Cloudmen? Jaden.
Actually, it was the centipede because he actually called him names.
Yes, it was. It was the centipede. So he was calling them names.
Too. That's why I said.
Right. Right. Very good. And how did they go about making amends with the Cloudmen, or did they?
Well, you're really echoey. It's hard to hear you.
I know there is a lot of echo. I don't know. I'm not sure whose microphone it is. I'm going to go ahead and mute you guys, and then when you need to answer a question, just raise your hand. Or if your webcam isn't on, then type into the chat that you're ready to, and I'll unmute you if you're ready to share. So, okay, so moving on, Tyler did a great job with the summary of the chapters that you were supposed to read, but we'll back up a little bit to the discussion director. The discussion director's job is to come up with questions for us to discuss as a class. So Michael's webcam isn't working, but hopefully his microphone is. He'd share his first question. Your microphone's on, Michael, so if you want to share your first question with us, we're ready. Are you there, Michael? Oh, Lucas is here. Hi, Lucas. Huh. Michael, I'm not sure what's going on there, but we can't hear you. Um, your microphone is on, from my...
Okay, I just unmuted me.
There you go. Okay, go ahead and share your first question.
My first question is, why did the centipede fall off the peach?
If you think you can answer that, raise your hand. And Josh.
Because he was dancing, he got too close to the side of the peach.
That's right. He was dancing and kind of being careless and not careful. Good. All right. Michael, what's your second question?
How did James save the centipede?
Jaden. Here, let me unmute you, Jaden. Okay, go ahead.
I have food in my mouth. Silkworm actually used, and he actually went into the ocean, grabbed the centipede, and pulled him back up.
Very good. Okay, so there's a little bit of feedback. I'm not sure whose microphone that was, but
Sorry.
that's okay. Jaden, why don't you just share that one more time?
Okay. The silkworm used string to actually lower down into the ocean and grab the centipede and pull him back up.
That's right. Okay, so these are pretty good questions. They're not yes or no questions, and that's always good. But Michael, what's your third question? Let's talk about that.
If a peach hit a rock.
So,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Did the peach hit a rock?
No, if the peach hit a rock.
Oh, if the peach hit a rock, maybe what would happen?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take Tyler's thoughts.
And juice would be gushing out.
Okay, we heard that last part that the gushing out. That's for sure. It would probably damage the peach, but what would happen to the characters inside the peach? Go ahead, Tyler.
I didn't say gushing, I said rushing.
Oh. All right, so just make sure you're nice and loud today, but that's fine. Lucas, do you want to share your thoughts about what would happen to the characters inside the peach?
They would probably, if they were inside, they would probably, the peach would probably explode and they would all fall.
I would agree. Yeah,
if they were on it, they would all fall.
How would they solve that problem if they ran into, if they ran into a rock? How could they solve that problem? What might happen?
They could throw a string of silk up to the rock or wherever so they don't fall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, there's no right or wrong answer to that type of question. I'm just kind of, taking it one step further that, they had been in some sticky situations before when they're going over the ocean and that kind of thing and, dealing with sharks. So if they hit a rock, like what might happen and how might they, save themselves is basically what I'm asking. So that's good. All right. And it looks like Vero, you said something that it might destroy one of the people inside. Is that what you were thinking?
Yes.
Good. Yeah, it might, actually hurt somebody. So, all right, we don't have Ryder with us to discuss his questions, which is kind of a bummer. But we can move on to Jaden, who was the quotable quoter. And Jaden's job was to find interesting parts of the book from your reading that he wants to share, and then he'll tell us why he chose those parts. So go ahead, Jaden.
I did. Okay, let me find. Oh, I think I just found it. Oh, yep.
Jaden, do you want us to come back to you after you find your parts, or do you have them?
I found one.
Okay.
And then now saw a most extraordinary sight. It was a kind of art, a colossal. Colossal,
Colossal means really big. Yeah.
curve-shaped thing that reached high up into the sky and came down again at both ends. The ends were resting upon a huge flat cloud that was as big as a desert.
Okay, why did you choose that part, Jaden?
Now, what in the world
Oh.
is that stream? It's a bridge. It's an enormous hoop cut in half. It's a giant horseshoe standing upside down. Stop me if I'm wrong, remembered the centipede, blowing white in the face. But might those not be cloud men climbing all over it? Is there was a dreadful silence. The peach floated closer and closer. Cloud men! There were hundreds of them. Thousands! Millions! Okay, well, that was my first one.
And why did you choose that before you go on? Why did you like that part?
I thought it was scary.
Okay, so he chose a scary part. Do you guys agree that that was the scary part of the book? No, Josh doesn't think it was scary. Josh, why not? Your microphone's on. You can give us your thoughts.
It said unmuted and I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, okay. You said that you didn't think that was scary. Why not?
Because I don't know.
It's all right. I mean, you just had a different feeling when you read that part than Jaden had, which is completely fine.
I thought the cloudmen were gonna throw the whole ark at the beach.
Oh, okay. So that was your prediction. All right, Jaden.
Then came the most frightening thing of all. One cloudman, a huge, hairy creature who must have been 14 feet tall at least, suddenly stood up and made a tremendous leap off the side of the cloud, trying to get one of the slipstrings. But the Peach James and his friends saw him go flying through the air above them, his arms outstretched in front of him, reaching for the nearest string. And they saw him grab it and cling to it with his hands and legs. And then, very, very slowly, hand over hand, he began come down to the string.
Okay, why did you choose that part, Jaden?
I thought it was another scary part.
Another scary part. Okay, so you were picking out parts of the book that were maybe suspenseful is the word that you were looking for. Where you're kind of frightened about what might happen, but you're not actually scared. But yeah, that's a great part. And I see that Michael in the chat wants to speak. So Michael, your microphone is on.
That's funny. Me.
Actually, you some reason unmuted me. I didn't get that.
Yep, go ahead and turn it up a little bit, Michael.
How? Wow. Echo.
We can hear you when you said how.
I have to kind of yell
Okay.
to talk. Actually, I forgot.
Okay, technical difficulties with Michael. He forgot his thought and it is hard to hear him. Michael, if you remember it, you can type it into the chat. And I know, Will, I couldn't hear him either. So that's okay. We're going to move on to our connectors. We had two people making connections this week, and that was Vero and Josh. So we'll start with Vero. So we'll go ahead and share your connections, Vero.
Okay. James didn't want the earthworm and the centipede to get into a fight. This this reminds me of every time whenever my little sister's friend and her get into a fight.
Yeah.
Like, I never want them to get into another fight again.
Oh, good. So you made a connection between watching other people get into an argument and how it made you feel and that you didn't like it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, Lucas has a thought about that. Let's let Lucas share. And okay, go ahead, Lucas.
Actually, I didn't think I was a word wizard. I thought I was a connector, too.
Huh. Well, it's possible that maybe you just kind of scrolled over and saw your name wrong, but that's okay. I mean, we could take your connections and it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Okay, Vero, share another connection.
James is lucky, and like this reminded me of one time whenever it was like yesterday, and I got a break.
Oh, you got a lucky break. Can you explain that a little bit more, Vero? Like how that was similar to James?
Cause like he was not around his aunts, and
how was that like you?
because I like had a break from doing schoolwork because I was done doing my report.
Oh, I see. Which you had a very good report, by the way. It was like 8 pages or something. It was cool. All right. And do you have any more connections, Vero?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, then we will go on to Josh, and he will share his connections, and then Lucas can share his. So, Josh, the microphone is on for you. Take it away.
Okay. When they broke the rainbow, it reminds me of when I've broken something and people have gotten mad at me.
Oh, what did you break?
Huh?
What did you break in your house or whatever that people got upset with you?
Oh, once I stepped on my brother. Huh? Oh, once I broke my brother's snow globes.
Oh, not cool. But I'm sure it was an accident. All right. Any other connections you made, Josh?
Yeah. When the grasshopper was playing the music and James said it was the most beautiful thing he had ever heard, it reminded me of when I went to the orchestra and how good it sounded.
Oh, it was the most beautiful thing you'd ever heard. That's awesome. Anything else?
No.
Okay, well, let's take our connections from Lucas.
Okay, let me get my book over here. When I read the connection, I read that it was from the world. So I did one from the world. So it says hailstones on the book.
Uh-huh.
And I wrote hailstones are from real life. I thought that was a connection from life.
Oh, yeah, it is definitely. Yeah, you could connect to a bad hailstorm that we've all, experienced, and sometimes people have to get new roofs because of it and that kind of thing. And James had obviously experienced it as well. Um, and he, it's a little different when you're in a peach than in a house, but you can still kind of draw the connection there. And what else?
And I don't really have any other ones for the.
I'm still glad that you came with one. That was fantastic. And it is time for Will to share his job. So, Will, your microphone is on. Take it away. Oh, wait a minute. Before we go into Will's new job, it looks like Michael has maybe a comment or a connection. Michael? Oh, and see, we could barely hear you, Michael. Can you spend just a minute typing it into the chat and then I'll read it for you? I think that'll probably be easier because I could barely hear you. And Will was our illustrator. Will, did you do this on paper or did you do it on your computer?
Paper.
Paper. Okay, go ahead and hold it up and tell us all about it.
So I did 3 characters, and it was the centipede, grasshopper, and James.
Oh, all right. Why did you choose to illustrate those characters?
They just seemed like some fun things to do. Like kind of the main characters.
I agree. It's always really interesting to see what people choose to illustrate because it's usually a really important part of the book or really important characters in the book. So Will chose to illustrate really important characters. So yeah, show it to us again. And on the left there, who's that?
The left, my left to your left. Or you're on my left, right?
Yeah, yep.
That is the centipede.
Okay. And in the center?
The grasshopper.
Cool.
And then James.
Very cool. All right, Tyler, your microphone is on, so if you want to share your thought. Because I saw in the chat that you had, said me, so I thought maybe you had something that you wanted to share?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Well, we will move on. So everybody have your notebook ready and your pencil. And here's what we're going to do now. For a long time, we've been working on reading strategies, and we're not going to stop working on reading strategies because there's several more that we haven't done yet. All right, Josh, we can all see your pencil. It's pretty exciting. All right, moving on. There's several more reading strategies that we haven't covered yet, but we need to talk a little bit about writing, and that's going to be your very last assignment for book club is to write a paragraph on the entire book. So let's just look at how to write a really good paragraph. So just sit back for just a second. What is a paragraph? It's a group of sentences that develops an idea. The first sentence should always be indented, and the sentences around it support and give examples of the main idea. So here we go. I'm going to show you a couple examples.
Okay.
And Will, we're going to actually share our Native American projects on Thursday. That was just a little side question. Okay, here's a bad example.
I can do it on my computer.
I live in a house in West Provo. I like the view from our house. We've lived there since November. I also have a car that I like very much, and we were in an accident a few months ago. We hit a deer that was crossing the street at night. I felt sorry for the deer, but it cost a lot of money to repair the car. Why is this a bad example of a paragraph? Give me your thoughts. Will?
Me!
No details.
Yeah, there's really no details. Michael, did you have a thought about why this is a bad paragraph? Oh, I could barely hear you, Michael. I'm so sorry. I don't know what you said, but if you type it into the chat, I'll share it with you. Vero, why is this a bad example?
It's not really telling the audience what you're going to read about.
No, not at all. It skips topics. I'm talking about a house, then I talk about a car, then I talk about a deer. It's all over the place. It's not on topic. It doesn't stay on topic at all.
And it
Josh?
does not give background knowledge.
Yeah, not at all. It's very, very basic. There's no details, and it's on different subjects. Josh, why else is it bad?
It's choppy.
It is choppy. I have very short, choppy sentences. Lucas, what else makes it bad?
It's not it's not put forward the first sentence.
It's not indented, is what I think.
Indented, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, let's look at a good example.
James, this is annoying.
I heard that, Michael, but you had to probably shout that in order to be heard. So I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with your computer and why it's so quiet. But anyway, here's a good example. My husband and I bought our first house last November, and we love it. It is located in West Provo near Utah Lake. We cannot see the lake from our house, but we do have a beautiful view of Mount Timpanogos. Our house has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a living room, and a family room, and a large kitchen and dining area. We also have a very large backyard and small garden. We are very happy to own our home, and I hope that we live there for several years. What makes this a much better example? Jaden.
It stays on topic.
Yes, it's all about one thing. It's all about the house. Lucas, what else makes it better?
It's indented this time.
It's indented. Very good. Vero, what else?
It tells the reader what you're going to write about.
Yes, it has a topic sentence. We're going to talk about that in just a second.
Okay.
And then it also has a conclusion sentence, by the way. What else is good about this paragraph? It gives details, right? It gives details all about one thing, all about the house, right? Vero, anything else?
And also it gives the reader background knowledge.
Tyler,
Definitely.
what are you doing with those names?
Gives them a little bit of background knowledge about what, where, I've lived and that kind of thing. So this actually wasn't my paragraph, but nevertheless, we'll move on to structure. When you write a paragraph, you need to make sure it has certain things. It has to have a topic sentence, which we're going to talk about. It has to have details. Usually that's the easy part, the details. And then, oops, shouldn't have done that. There we go. Then it has to have a concluding sentence.
The hard part.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about it. I'm going to send this graphic organizer out to you, and you are free to use it if you like it. But just take a look at this picture. It's a hamburger. Notice the topic sentence and the concluding sentence are the buns. They're similar. They're bread. They come at the beginning and they come at the end. And then everything in the center are the details. Okay, so all of your details come in the center. Now, let's start with topic sentences because that's the top of the bun. Here we go. A topic sentence is a sentence that tells the reader the main idea. It should only contain one main idea. So in other words, I'm not going to write a paragraph about my house, my car, and a deer all in one. It's going to be just about my house or whatever the main idea is. It's usually found at the beginning of the paragraph. For the sake of making it a little easier for you, just remember, at least for now, to start it at the very beginning. Okay, here we go. Time to practice. Okay, we are going to brainstorm ideas on a topic, and then we're going to practice writing a topic sentence. A topic sentence is going to catch the reader's attention. Oh, somebody's pretty loud there, okay? And so let me give you two examples. And my topic was Halloween. So here's a good example. Every year I look to a chilly fall night with spooky ghosts, frightening goblins, black cats, jack-o'-lanterns, and an overload of sugar. It's Halloween. Here's a bad example. I'm going to tell you about Halloween. So, oh, whoops, I went a little too far there. Sorry. What we're going to do now is we are going to brainstorm details about Thanksgiving. So in your notebook, I want you to write down a couple details about Thanksgiving. Okay, so give me a thumbs up if you have a couple details at least about Thanksgiving. Okay, so Jaden, when you're ready, you just come back and join us, all right? All right, so now that we have a couple details about Thanksgiving, we can actually write a topic sentence. I'm going to
School time.
actually start a new document.
Really?
Okay, here we go. So we're going to pretend that this is my notebook and that I have brainstormed some ideas, but really I'm going to take them from you. So what are some details about Thanksgiving? Go ahead and raise your hand. Hold on, Will. I got to unmute you. Okay, go ahead, Will.
You eat turkey?
Okay.
Sometimes your family comes?
Yep, family. Michael typed in food. What other details about Thanksgiving? How about Lucas? Go ahead, Lucas.
Oh, sorry. It's filled with flavor.
Flavors. Ooh, I like that. Vero, another detail about Thanksgiving.
Friends?
Friends, yeah, definitely. Tyler.
It's in the fall.
Yeah, it's in the fall. Good. Josh, one more detail.
It's fun.
Okay, fun.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Perfect. So, take a look at this, guys. We're just going to pretend I sat here and I brainstormed things that I want to talk about for Thanksgiving. Using these details, I'm going to write a topic sentence. And then guess what my entire paragraph is going to be about? My entire paragraph is going to be about turkey, the food and the flavors, family and friends, and that it's fun. Okay, so my entire paragraph is going to deal with these same topics. Oh, we have one more idea, it looks like, from Jaden.
Nature?
Okay, well, I don't necessarily think of nature during Thanksgiving, but we'll work it in there somehow. It's totally fine. Okay. Okay, Michael, we can hear you if you scream really loud. So go ahead, Michael.
It's really nice to come over and do things.
Some Chinese scientists.
Okay, all right. So, Michael, you have your friends over and you do things. Can that be considered friends and fun? Yeah, Vero, I can't really hear him either. Michael, type it into the chat and I'll add your details. Okay? I don't know what's going on with his microphone today, but if you want to add a detail to our brainstorming list, just go ahead and. Oh, okay. So we give thanks. Good. Perfect. Using these ideas, I'm going to write a topic sentence. But let's just go back to our PowerPoint and look at, another example. Just going back to the example I already gave you. When I was brainstorming about Halloween, these were the details I came up with: ghosts, goblins, black cats, jack-o'-lanterns, and an overload of sugar. When we just brainstormed about Thanksgiving, these were the details we came up with. Okay? So both of them can make a really fantastic topic sentence. So that's what we're going to do. All right, moving on. Here we go. We're going to write a topic sentence. Here's some ideas that we can start with. The best time of year, and then blah, blah, blah. The holiday that always. Every year in November, our country. The holiday that started when, etc., etc. So I'm going to give you about 1 minute, and I want you to take a look at the details that we came up with and try to write a topic sentence that kind of incorporates all of our details. This would be the main idea of our paragraph. So all of you are going to try to write your own, and then we're going to maybe take a little bit of each of yours.
Okay.
I'm just giving you some ideas for starters. Yes, Tyler, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
I was gonna say my topic sentence.
Oh, you already came up with one. You're quick. All right. Does anybody else need more time? Okay, let's give everybody 30 more seconds.
Came up with it like a while ago.
Oh, good. Ooh, Vero just shared one with me in the chat. That was really good. Hi, Tyler's pencil, or money, or whatever it is.
I found
Dying.
it on the floor, and it's my head.
Oh, it's your head. Okay.
It fell.
Michael, right now we're brainstorming a topic sentence, and it looks like most people are ready to go on. So, Tyler, let's take your example of the topic sentence. Now, remember, we were using the details that we brainstormed, and then we were going to make a topic sentence. So, what did you come up with?
I forgot it. Oh,
Uh-oh.
I can't think of it.
Does anybody else want to share? This is hard stuff. It's okay. Go ahead, Vero. Oh, sorry, Vero, you're muted. Go ahead, Mero.
In November, we celebrate Thanksgiving.
Okay. I'm gonna take that a little bit farther, Vero. Okay. In November, we celebrate Thanksgiving by giving thanks, having fun, and eating lots, I should say a lot, sorry. Let me move this over. A lot of flavorful foods. Okay, notice that this topic sentence, I'm just deleting the other topic sentence starters. Yeah, it sounded a lot like Will's. That's fantastic. Notice this topic sentence took my brainstormed ideas and it turned it into a good topic sentence. I took all of the details that I came up with and I made it into one sentence. Now, guess what the rest of my paragraph's going to be about? The rest of my paragraph needs to give more detail about giving thanks, about what you do to have fun, and about the foods that you eat. So the next 4 to 5 sentences would be about these things, about giving thanks, having fun, and eating whatever kind of foods you eat. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Does that make sense? It's okay. If you need me to explain it again, give me like a thumbs down. All right, Tyler, let's just go through it one more time. So everyone just put on your thinking cap. The first thing that we did is that we brainstormed ideas about the holiday. Do you agree, Tyler? Okay, so we came up with, what we thought Thanksgiving included. Then we took all of these ideas and we basically made one sentence about it. Does that make more sense? Okay, so yeah, that's very good. We took all of the things that we brainstormed, we made one topic sentence. Now, the next thing that we would do is write details about each of these things. So it looks like some people are having fun in the chat. Give me a thumbs up when you are ready to go on and just pay attention to what we're doing. Sounds good. Okay. All right, next thing. Writing the body of the paragraph. We've already written the topic sentence. Now, what you would do next is give details. So I want everybody to spend 1 minute, and normally you're going to have to come up with 4 to 5, actually 4 detail sentences. Right now, I only want 1 detail sentence. So brainstorm 1 detail sentence that we can include in our paragraph. You could write a detailed sentence about the food and the flavors. You can write a detailed sentence just about the turkey. You can write a detailed sentence just about family. So give everybody 1 minute to write just one detailed sentence. Okay, Lucas, do you have a question?
No, I actually already have it done.
Oh, fantastic. Give me your detailed sentence.
At first you smell the aroma with your friends and family, then you get the food, and it tastes delicious.
Okay, so that was kind of a sentence that has, maybe not the best punctuation, so I'm going to kind of fix that for you. At first, we smell, sorry, there we go, all the flavors of the delicious, okay, maybe if I could spell today, delicious food with our family. Good. And then Michael gave us our next question. And then Jaden, I'll take yours after Michael's. So Michael typed in our next detailed sentence. So I'm going to type it out for you. With our family, we give thanks. And some people pray. That was what he said. So we give thanks and pray. That's fantastic. And then Jaden, I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead, Jaden. Did you have a detailed sentence, Jaden? I'll come back to you. How about that? Anybody else want to share? Okay, Vero.
We eat turkey.
Okay, so we're still kind of talking about the food. The turkey is the first food we serve. Let's see, but I'm just going to make it a little bit better. But there are numerous mouth-watering choices. Okay. All right, so give me a thumbs up if you kind of see what we're doing here. We brainstormed the details. We made a topic sentence using the details. Then we give the description. And then we're ready to move on to our conclusion. Give me a thumbs up if we're ready to kind of move on. Okay, we're not 100% done with the body, but we're kind of running out of time, so that's why I wanted to kind of move on. The conclusion sentence wraps up everything that you wrote in your paragraph. It uses different words than your topic sentence, and a lot of times it kind of leaves the reader with a feeling. It also gives no new details. So let's reread what we've written so far on Thanksgiving, and then we'll come up with a conclusion sentence together. So far we have kind of a short paragraph. It should be a little bit longer, but that's okay. This is what we have so far. Actually, I'm going to wait until Jaden's ready and Josh is ready. Fantastic. Okay. All right. And Michael, if this is something that you feel like you are 100% proficient on, then you don't need to stay if it's boring for you. But I will tell you that your final grade will be on writing a good paragraph. So just a little FYI for you, Michael. In November, we celebrate Thanksgiving by giving thanks, having fun, and eating lots of flavorful foods. At first, we smell all the flavors of the delicious food with our family. With our family, we give thanks and pray. The turkey is the first food we serve, but there are numerous mouth-watering choices. Okay, now I'm going to write a conclusion sentence that just kind of wraps it up. Here's some ideas to start. As you can see, the best holiday. If you enjoy food, family, and football, or Thanksgiving will always be. Tyler, it looks like maybe you are proficient on this. So which one of these would you like to use? I mean, we don't have to use one of these, but for a conclusion sentence. You're unmuted. You can talk.
If you enjoy football, family. If you enjoy food, family, and football.
I like that one too. If you enjoy food, family, and football. All right, let me move this over. Thanksgiving is the holiday for you. All right, so that was kind of quick. All right. Lucas, go ahead and share your thoughts.
I think you should say after that little sentence, just to add one more little say. Say, and I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. Something like that.
Yeah, we definitely could. That could be another like kind of second conclusion sentence, and that would be fun. All right, your assignment for next week. You're going to be finishing the book if you haven't finished reading it already. You're going to be writing a paragraph telling the reader about your book club book or about James and the Giant Peach. You're going to include your opinion of the book. Whoops, sorry. You're going to include your opinion of the book and whether or not you would recommend it. So the steps you're going to follow are what we did today. You're going to brainstorm the details. You're going to write a good body paragraph with lots of details. And then you're going to make sure that you have a strong conclusion and topic sentence. Okay? I will email this to you so that you have it. Next week, come prepared because next week we will share our paragraphs and we will learn actually how to edit each other's work, how to edit your own work, and then how to edit other people's work to make it better. All right, if you can't attend for whatever reason, you have to email it to me. And then, yes, you have to be done with all of the book, Michael. And Will, no, we don't have a break next week. That's the following week, but not next week. So next week is normal. And then I don't know if it's going to be your class or not, but I invited our principal to come and watch us because we did a lot of really good work with our book clubs. And I was really proud of, a lot of the things that you did. If I choose your class, I will award you extra learning earning bucks. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll choose your class or not. I saw a couple people pretty off task today, so we'll see. But any questions before we leave? No? Okay, Vero, go ahead.
No.
No?
Never mind.
I will be emailing this to you as well as the graphic organizer. If you want to use it, you can. And then make sure that you come with your assignment next week. So that'll be the end of our book clubs for semester 1. All right. It's been fun. See you later.
I'm hungry.